Hello, YouTube! It is I, Neodere here, the person who makes logos and graphics and drawing and says it's a journal because it is a journal. It's not a tutorial, guys. I don't know what you're doing here. And today we are going to make a logo for my Oshi because it is November and it's the time for thanks. And that's the time where you be thankful for every person being everything. And what's more to be thankful for than Oshis, am I right? So let's just get started. Now, you might be wondering, who the heck is my Oshi? Well, this is my Oshi. No, not her. Move a little to the right. Now move down. All right, stop right there. That is my Oshi. Boros, the snake. First, what I decided to do was crop out that random person. I don't know who the heck that person is. And I get the true protagonist so I can get a reference for the video. I know I typically don't need a reference for somebody that I highly respect and adore, but I decided I wanted to get it just as right as possible. Now, the font thing, you know, the font thing that we always do, I decided to go with the font called Kakan Pro. The important part is the bold part, so I set it separately. And with the increase in size and an added stroke, I finally began the first major graphic. The O's. For the O's, I decided to make it a cool and quirky infinity symbol because that kind of fuels some kind of personal arc within me, maybe some emo arc, if you will. Or it's also the fact that the Boros may be related to Ouroboros. That's like infinity, but who knows? I don't know. I don't personally know. I also decided to cut it a bit because I kind of like the aesthetic. It would be more pleasing to look at rather than showing off the ugly fluff in the middle. So I was like, yeah, get rid of that jazz. We don't need it. Also, I couldn't forget about the bow, which I decided to put on the B because B stands for Berkey. And who doesn't want to be Berkey, am I right? Next letter in the alphabet is S. Since the S is kind of ignored and the R is just R, I decided to make the S a snake, you know. And finally, it's time for the hard part of this entire graphic, which is the transformation. Only reason it's hard is because my layers were not clean at all. It took me 2+ hours to fix and make sure that it looked suitable. So what I learned today was to clean your layers. But I'm not going to use that lesson anytime soon because every time I made a logo, I learned that lesson. I never use it. So who cares? So I don't expect you to use it either. And as for the finishing touches, we add the popping background and some shading. Then bada bing, bada boom. The logo is done. Yeah. All right, that concludes this episode of the Neodere logo show. Remember, guys, make sure you thank your Oshis. It's important, especially this November, the time to be thankful for all your Oshis. Man, your family and friends too. Who cares about them? And if you guys want to see more things like this, you know what you can do. You can hit the subscribe button, or you can comment down below that you want to see more, or you can even like, even dislike. You know, that also helps with me figuring out if you actually like this stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace. Bye, guys. Bye.